I've had every reason to quit, and frankly, I had every reason to not even get started. Over 33 years in this business, I've heard it all. I can't do this business because I have little kids. I don't have money. I don't have the time. I don't have business experience. I don't have what it takes. That's exactly where I was 33 years ago. In 1989, I was a single mom with 3 little kids, 5 years and younger, and I was concerned about saving my home, wondering how I was gonna make my house payment. I had no money to begin a business with, no business experience, bouncing checks right and left. And somehow amidst all of this, I always felt like there was something more for me. And I found that something more at exactly the right time. And it was the most terrifying thing I had ever done. But I jumped in with both feet. Now, just because I'd made a whatever it takes decision didn't mean that my circumstances changed. I was still a single mom, I was still broke, I still didn't have any time, and I still had no idea what I was doing. And you know, building a business back in the day is very different than it is now. It required me to be away a lot. I was doing home meetings every night, sometimes 2 or 3 in a single evening. I was exhausted. I was wondering if it was ever gonna pay off. One evening, I was pulling out of my driveway to go to yet another meeting when my little son, Todd, 3 years old at the time, came running out, crying, "Mommy, please don't go." So I stopped the car, I went over, picked him up. What he couldn't see is that I was crying too. I could have so easily said, "Cancel the meeting, I'm staying home with my kids." But from somewhere inside of me, I mustered the courage to say, "Todd, go inside and be a big boy. Someday I will take you everywhere I go." Not only was it difficult to balance my family life, but the business has its challenges too. People would join with huge aspirations and they quit. I had to deal with difficult personalities, and people lie to you. They say they're gonna show up and they don't, or they reject you. And guess what? That was the easy part. Suffice it to say that I had to rebuild my business nearly from scratch 3 times in those early years for no fault of my own. One of those times, I literally lost half of my team overnight. I was devastated. I could have been jaded, and more than ever, I wanted to quit. But instead, I realized it was time to double down and keep going. And that's exactly what I did. Now, even when it feels like smooth sailing, things are always changing. It's the nature of the business. Products come and go, management teams change, the compensation plan changes, the company name might even change. I had to adapt from home parties to social media. Evolution always happens. And almost always it's a great thing, but that doesn't mean it isn't challenging. If you're thinking I'm crazy for sticking around, believe me, you aren't the first. But the truth is that all of the reasons I had to quit are insignificant compared to the reasons I wanted to stay. Even when things were rough, all of the boxes were still checked. The Live Clean mission was right, the products were right, the compensation plan was right. I had plenty of opportunities to jump ship to other companies, but no one had our mission. For all of the challenges, the ups and downs and the setbacks, I always had 10 times as many reasons to stay. 33 years in this business has given me perspective. Building my business over and over took all of the resilience and tenacity I could muster. And looking back on some of the setbacks that felt so catastrophic actually turned out to be a gift and an advancement. I was able to be there for my kids, and now I'm able to be there for my grandkids. It's clear that starting and staying was one of the best decisions I ever made, because right now I am living the best days of my life. Yes, I had every reason to quit and every reason to not even start, but I started and I never quit.